You probably don't have a spending problem. You probably don't have an income problem either. The real issue is a habit problem, one that's quietly draining your money every single day without you even noticing. It's called spending on autopilot. I'm not talking about big splurges or luxury vacations. I'm talking about the small, repeated, frictionless purchases that your brain barely even registers. This one habit costs people thousands of dollars a year. Let me show you how. Most of us think financial damage comes from making big, bad decisions, but in reality, it comes from the decisions we don't even realize we're making. Research shows that we're far more likely to overspend when a payment feels, well, less painful. It's a concept called the pain of paying. Think about it. When you hand over a crisp $50 bill, your brain actually registers a sense of loss. It feels real. But when you tap a card, click Buy Now, or use a Buy Now, Pay Later service, that pain is almost completely gone. Your brain feels less of a sting, so it spends more freely. In one famous MIT study, people were willing to pay up to twice as much for the exact same item when using a credit card instead of cash. Same product, same price, completely different behavior. Now, combine that psychological glitch with modern life. Saved credit cards, one-click checkout, automatic subscriptions, food delivery apps. Each transaction feels small.
Harmless even. But together, they create a constant, slow leak in your finances. A 2022 survey found the average person underestimates how much they spend on non-essentials by 20 to 40% every single month. That's not because they're bad at math. It's because they're not consciously deciding anymore. They're on autopilot. Here's a real-world example. Someone spends $8 a day on coffee and a snack. It doesn't feel like a big deal. But $8 a day is almost $3,000 a year. $3,000. Now add in food delivery twice a week, a few streaming subscriptions you barely use, those little impulse buys triggered by an Instagram ad. None of these feel like major financial decisions, but together, they are what quietly delay your savings, increase your debt, and kill your financial momentum. This is exactly how people start earning more money and somehow still feel broke. So why does your brain fall for this? It's simple. Habits and logic live in different parts of the brain. Once a behavior becomes a habit, like your morning coffee purchase, it no longer requires conscious thought. Your brain switches into energy-saving mode. That's an efficient system for most of life, but it's dangerous with your money. The easier and faster spending becomes, the more it completely bypasses your awareness. And what you don't notice, you can never control.
But here's the good news. You don't fix this with more willpower or discipline. You fix it with better design. Here are 3 science-backed ways to break the habit. First, add friction back into spending. Go into your accounts and remove your saved credit cards. Disable one-click checkout. Log out of shopping apps. A study from the University of Chicago showed that even a small delay, just a few seconds, significantly reduces impulsive purchases. When spending requires a little effort, your conscious brain re-engages. Second, automate your saving before you even see the money. Behavioral economists call this a default effect. If your bank automatically moves a portion of your paycheck into savings the moment it lands, that money never enters your spending account. There's no temptation to resist. And third, make your spending visible again. Once a week, just for 5 minutes, review where your money actually went. Don't judge yourself, just observe. Awareness alone is a powerful force. In experiments, simply tracking a habit reduced it by up to 30% without any extra willpower. So here's the real takeaway. Your financial future isn't being ruined by one big mistake. It's being quietly shaped day by these invisible habits. The moment you start to slow your spending down, add a little friction, and design better defaults for your money, everything starts to shift. It's not about becoming more disciplined. It's about finally stopping the fight against your own brain.